We want to turn now to Kristen Welker, moderator of Meet the Press. Kristen, good morning. Let's start right there. How interesting to see Marco Rubio, now the Secretary of State, answering a question about these pardons by saying, I can't. It's foreign policy. This is domestic politics. However, when he talked about January 6th in the soundbite that was just played, he put it in foreign policy terms, saying the world is watching. So this move to pardon the entirety of the January 6th defendants, when even J.D. Vance had suggested, no, those violent criminals, they won't get out. They're all out. They're all getting a pardon. What are the ramifications, and how are members of the administration, particularly those that were there that day, were victims, how are they supposed to handle this?
Savannah, I think you really touched on the seminal point here, because what we saw in that exchange between the new Secretary of State and Craig was the fact that he is on the record condemning what happened on January 6th and now put in a very complicated position and situation in the wake of President Trump pardoning nearly all of the January 6th defendants, despite the fact that Vice President J.D. Vance said those who committed violent crimes wouldn't be eligible to be pardoned. What's also notable, in addition to putting the president's own allies, administration officials, many of whom are also on the record condemning what happened on January 6th in a tough spot, is that this is really one of his least popular issues, Savannah. Nearly 2/3 of Americans disagree with pardoning the January 6 defendants. Yeah. So what are the implications? Well, we'll have to see if there's a backlash. But again, politically very unpopular.
Well, let's talk about politically unpopular, because President Biden, on his way out the door, literally while the inauguration ceremony was going on, announces he's pardoning members of his own family. I mean, now, first of all, he pardoned Hunter Biden, something he explicitly said he would not do. He didn't. He went ahead and did it. And then he did his own family members. So this is another one of those situations where these pardons are extremely controversial no matter who does them.
Incredibly controversial, Savannah, and this move did get bipartisan criticism. By the way, Republicans, including President Trump, calling it disgraceful, saying it's a sign that his family members are guilty. Former President Biden saying, look, he did it to protect them because President Trump talked so much about retribution on the campaign trail. Here's what I think is notable. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy saying, quote, it's probably time for us to take a look at the way the pardon system is being used. Watch that space, Savannah. Will there be a robust discussion moving forward about who can and cannot be eligible for a pardon? Really fascinating in the wake of yesterday's pardon palooza that we saw.
It was a pardon palooza. Kristen, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.